Hello, stream.
And she's
Whoa,
screaming. So.
I don't look pretty. You should have told me.
Yeah, I know. I look worse than Caitlyn Jenner. I wish I did too.
You could have given us like a 3-second countdown or something.
I know. I still had to pamper and do my blush. No, asshole. We still had it.
Yomi said she would be here. Yomi, where are you? I'm gonna spam her with invites. Yeah. Cool little fact. You have that emblem on the shoulder for Valkyrie. Don't ever take it off if you like it, because yeah, you won't be able to put it back on. Wait, oh, fuck, wait, hold on. Oh yeah. You can put like regular emblems, but you can't put like your crest on it anymore.
Well, that just
You
sucks
can only
anal
put it
tits.
on
What the
your
fuck?
but now you can put it on the shield.
Yeah, but like some shields
But
just
it's
look
still glitching out.
disgusting with them.
I'm still annoyed they changed the execution where the opponent grabs Valkyrie's, itty bitty titty, and she like punches them, and they like changed it just because I don't know. Feminazis, I guess.
They had to change that. No, they would have to go through the rating thing again, and then they would have to, instead of just being M for mature for violence and blood, they would have to be M for mature for violence,
Partial,
blood, and sexual themes.
Yeah, sexual themes.
The bright side is the enemy says oof when they get hit, so I'm fine with it.
Oof. Af.
This is one disgusting looking Valkyrie. Oh my god. Queen, can I pay you to like dress my Valkyrie? This is like really gross. Like, I'm afraid to even go into.
What are we waiting on?
Yomi.
Yeah. Also, just make a few, finishing touches.
I'm gonna make my original Valkyrie outfit. Where is it?
I'm gonna go default Valkyrie.
Ah, there it is. There's my original
Me too,
Valkyrie outfit.
I don't even play Valkyrie.
The default Valkyrie looks better than my Valkyrie.
Ready as ever.
York.
Oh, that's a lot.
Damn it!
As soon as this game starts, damn it!
What pissed me off is that like she even said, "Is everyone ready?" and I said yes. When really I wasn't. Triggered.
Wait, so these Valks only?
Yes.
Oops.
Yeah, dude, mine looks like a damn mushroom.
So whose
go with my
Valkyrie
original.
is the one? I was about to say the one to my right, but
I apologize.
whose is it? Blitz. It's your Valkyrie, dude. Yeah, that looks
Hey,
nice.
Gino, I just realized you're here.
For Rep 3? Oh, alright.
Hey.
Yes.
Mine looks like bunghole, dude.
What do you mean? That looks pretty good, man. Got the fur boots and everything.
Oh yeah, bro, I gotta be a classy bitch.
Season before the new armor came out, I still liked this Valkyrie look. This was great. Black and pink, you know, that's how you put fear into the enemies.
I don't know. I'm kind of liking that black, red, and blue on the other side.
Because she adapted. I still have not adapted to no Valkyrie, and I hate it. Where are we meeting?
Defender spawn.
Where's that?
Wait.
Oh.
By the drawbridge.
I was following you.
Just follow my sister, that's not good. I want the gray hair. I'm a basic blonde.
Alright, I'm not dying anymore.
No, I put damage off.
I don't like that they. I don't like that they took off the superior block on the freaking shoulder bash anymore. Shoulder bash, the shield bash.
Shield bash, yeah. It used to be much better than now.
Used to be better.
Now it pretty much
horrible.
is useless. There are a few things I will mention about it. But, alright. Let's get started with the basics.
I'd go
So-
over chains.
Yes, her chains. After her rework, they gave her, like, all the chains. Like, light, heavy
All 3 hit
combos.
chains.
And important things to note about the heavies, for example. As you go through the chain, her heavies increase in damage. And of course, you can soft feint your heavies into the shield crush. But her lights actually decrease in damage, but the trade-off is they increase in speed. And another important thing to note is during her chains, if your opponent blocks your heavies, you can continue your chain. But if they block your light, your chain is broken. So that's why, like, during sweeps, I mean, yeah, your sweeps are quite, I mean, it's what you are, your sweep. Adelie, where are you?
Over here.
No, that's not you. Which one are you? Oh, there you are. So many Valks, I love it. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, and another important thing to do is to be able to whiff your attacks, because especially if they're lights, you don't want them to be blocked, but you also want to progress through your chain quickly. You could also, like, surprise your opponent with a sweep by whiffing the first couple attacks. So, her typical neutral heavy does 24 damage, and all of her heavies are the same speed. And it doesn't matter what direction they come from. The initial heavy will be 24 damage. The initial light will be 15. They were buffed, yes, but they're still not that great. Most of her damage would come from her sweep, or from the mind games she can play from them. Her shoulder pin definitely got a buff. I am starting to incorporate it more into my gameplay, and I would recommend using it. It's pretty cool when you pull it off, because it does, like, make your opponent piss their pants sometimes. Yeah.
So is that light after the deflect? Is that guaranteed?
No.
Only on assassins, but you have to make it on the top. Because it's 400 MS, and their guard
And you can
doesn't pop up.
go and do a sweep right after that sweep, that light, that initial light, right after the.
Yes, the shoulder pin counts as
deflect?
the first in a chain. The second would
okay.
be the light, which is a 400 MS on the top. It would be 500 on the sides. And then, so that would be the second. And of course, after the second in a chain, you can do a sweep. So yes, you can do that.
Okay.
Of course, it's not guaranteed. The sweep probably won't be guaranteed. I haven't tried it on an assassin, to be honest.
No, it's not. The sweep's not guaranteed. I know that. I was just making sure. Though.
Alright, so continue. You have your superior lights, which are a really good tool to use. They do 27 damage. So with Valkyrie, you do have to pay attention to the damage values, because you do want to maximize how much damage you're doing, and you want to be able to counter what your opponent does. She does have the adaptable tag for a reason. She can adapt really easily to who she is fighting, whether they are turtly or they are overly offensive.
I'm gonna be back. I shouldn't take that long.
Okay. And of course you have your shoulder bash. Shield bash. Down. Shield bash, which guarantees a light now, because if you land it, it comes out 300 milliseconds after the shield bash. Shield bash lands. Of course, if you whiff it, people can parry you, just like, you know, like a Nobushi's kick or like a Conker's shield bash. You know, people can parry it if you do whiff it. And if you do whiff it and you do not throw that light, you can be guard broken out of it. Afterwards, you are vulnerable. So choose your attacks wisely. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if you guys want to like practice on each other, like doing sweeps and deflects and stuff. Or if any of you guys wanted to face me a little bit. Or face each other. What is a challenge?
It's not even. Banana's gone. Okay, I'm gonna gank you.
I can grab you if I'm exhausted. Which sucks. Like her recovery from her sweep isn't that great.
Oh, it's from Atlanta, Georgia. Never mind.
So Valkyrie sweep is highly punishable. And it's definitely useful to use your shoulder bash. Shoulder bash. Why did you say that? Shield bash. To drain your opponent's stamina. They did kind of like buff how much stamina she drains, and it does drain more stamina after a parry, a heavy parry. Usually after a heavy parry, you would want to go for the shield bash, shield crush, because it does drain a lot of stamina. Of course, you have the mix-up after that, after you throw that light into either a sweep, or if you predict your opponent is going to dash back, you can do a guard break into more damage.
I want to try doing the shoulder pin. Is that just deflect?
Yeah. To do a shoulder pin, you do a heavy after a deflect. After a deflect, you press a heavy. Yeah, there you go. And since the shoulder pin is the beginner of a chain, you can press light or heavy after it. Press light or heavy.
Oh no.
Yeah. You would continue your chain. You're too early on that. You're too early.
Too early?
Too early on the deflect. There you go. Okay.
Okay. And then after that, a sweep?
After that, yeah, you can try a sweep. Hey, Oswa. Or laughing.
Oh, you should tell them about how the sweep, even if you miss it, an out of stamina opponent can land the guard break.
Yes, your sweep is highly punishable if you do miss it. Alright.
This won't last even after I email this little fact. Cool.
Are you in online mode?
No. I'll put it online.
Okay. Moving on to the next topic. We have maximizing damage. You have deflects, and you have the offensive-defensive technique. Valkyrie is good at reacting and interrupting to other people's attacks. Especially, one thing I like to do is light people through their guard breaks. So if someone is trying to just guard break me, I can just light them. And of course you have your superior lights that can go through people's attacks. And of course,
Now I relax.
you have to decide which attack you want to throw after a deflect. From a deflect, for example, you have either a guard break or a shoulder pin, or instead of a deflect you can do a superior light. Valkyrie, after her rework, she did get a wall game. She does have a wall game now. So after a deflect, if you are near a wall, it is better to throw your opponent to the wall to get a guaranteed sweep into the punish, because the punish does 35 damage, while the typical heavy from the guard break would be 24. So that is a big difference. Of course, it depends on, like, if you want to do a shoulder pin, that shoulder pin does a total of 35 damage, 20 off the bat, and 15 bleed. So, of course, if you have a shaman friend, yeah, you would, feed them, but what?
So off a deflect, which would you say is always better, the shoulder pin or the guard break?
It depends on the situation. If you have, for example, a wall or a ledge near you, you would want to go for the guard break, or if they're about to be executed, because you cannot get an execution off of a shoulder pin. So if your opponent is close to being executed, or if they're near a wall, you would want to maximize damage by getting that sweep into the guaranteed sweep into the sweep punish. Or if they're near a ledge, you would want to throw them off that ledge. I mean, if you want to play that way.
It's always an option.
Which, yes, I'm not above letting people either. Especially if they fight near a ledge, they are asking for it.
Fair point. What are her max punishes?
Her max punish is... Okay, let me...
Well, let's start off from out of stamina throw.
From out of stamina throw, you want to throw her... You want to throw your opponent to the side. Left or right. Not in front of you. Never in front of you, because it won't work. From the side, you get a top heavy... No, any heavy, really. Into a top light. It has to be a top light, because the top light is faster.
400 MS.
Yes. The second light in the chain is 400 MS. It's very particular, I know, but... Heavy into top light, into sweep, into the sweep punish. That totals 72 damage. Okay. It is one of the best out of stamina punishes out there. To the side. Heavy, top light, sweep. I see top light.
Is it a side light?
Watch. Here, you try. Watch, I'll show you.
Go ahead and practice that on somebody.
Okay.
Who wants to practice on me? Chad?
Yeah, I think it's you're delaying the heavy a bit too much. Try now.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Like, did I throw it right away?
What I do is I match heavy until I start seeing her move her hand. So give me a second.
Oh, because my guard is always
Side,
up,
heavy, top
Yeah.
light, sweep.
So my
Just
guard
try
has
not to switch your guard.
Okay, it should always be on the left or right when I do that then?
Yeah, what I do, I just don't move the guard in general.
Yeah, do not change the direction of that heavy, because it will slow down your heavy.
Oh.
And then you won't be able to get the max punish off.
Oh, I missed that, but I missed,
Yeah.
I remember that.
You did, but I couldn't. For some reason, the heavy didn't hit.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I have to go, you guys.
Okay.
Is that you, Chad?
Yeah.
I'll
Alright.
see you around then.
Thank you for stopping by.
Alright, of course.
Have a good day.
Yeah, I'll see you next mixer, dude.
Yep. So off of parry punish, isn't her out of stamina parry punish, isn't it heavy into sweep or?
No, you can't land a heavy into sweep. I've tried. Even if you get them, like, if they attack you out of stamina, you still don't get the window you need to land that one.
Sure.
Sometimes, the only time it would deviate is if, for example, if you're far away from your opponent, you might want to do a dash forward light into light instead of the heavy, because the heavy can have limited range sometimes.
What about the knockdown from revenge? What do you do from them?
I would do just the typical heavy light into sweep. It's a punish.
Alright. And here's my next question as Valkyrie, because you know how I play Nuxia and how her finisher heavies throw them?
Yeah.
If an enemy's out of stamina, does Valkyrie's side light finisher make them fall, or no? Because I know it's wall splat.
Throw?
Like,
no, it just stuns. That's the only thing it does. It can't throw people, unfortunately. I wish.
Yeah, I feel like they should change that, because Nuxia's, if they're out of stamina or if she's in revenge, they make them fall.
It's a grab, though. Her heavy finisher is a grab.
Yeah,
Valk's is a smack.
A throw. Yeah, more of a smack.
Yeah, she slaps you with her shield. Other times that your max punish would deviate is, for example, if you're low on stamina, which can happen, especially if you do not manage your stamina well. It's very important to manage your stamina as a Valkyrie. If you know you will not have enough stamina to complete the max punish, because it does cost a lot of stamina, you can just go with two heavies is all. They will be guaranteed. 2 top heavies. It won't do as much. It'll do exactly 54 damage, I believe. 52. So you're trading 20 damage. You're losing 20 damage if you do the 2 top heavies instead. And if you're exhausted completely, the only thing you're guaranteed is a top heavy, or a heavy in general. Do you have the max punish down, Blitz?
Oh, Nani! Yeah, yeah. I just came in here just really for the custom match. Oh no! Hi, Nani!
What about her zone? When's the best time to use her zone?
The only real application of her zone I can think of is an anti-gank. Otherwise, it's not that good. It's actually quite slow. It can be used to cover ground, like if you cancel after the second one. They did give her the whole like zone cancel into shoulder bash. I mean, whatever, the shield crush thing.
See, the way I used to do that is I used to have to like feint the second part of the zone, do a heavy from the same side, and then have to do the shield bash. How dare you?
Yeah, sometimes you could do that. Feint into a light or a heavy. It is about as slow as a regular heavy, but I don't think it does as much damage. I forgot how much it does. 15 or 20?
Yeah, sometimes it's good to throw her finisher heavies, because they do have some pretty decent tracking.
And of course, if you mix it up, lights and heavies, people can get the timing off because they're so used to your lights, and you can actually land your heavies.
Just guard break me through it.
Oh man, I did. You just go so
No,
far,
if you throw them forward, you want to do the dash light to another light.
Yes.
Oh, alright, I didn't throw you to the
Yes, so you
side.
throw them forward. You have less time.
What are you doing?
Also, some more special properties about her finisher light. Her light finishers.
I got flipped by somebody else.
If it's a top, it's faster. But if it's a side, you get the stunning effect to it.
Doesn't the top have like a lot of range? Like
it can follow. It can follow the It has good tracking on it, which is good.
Oh,
Another thing, hold on. Another thing about her lights, if you do use that stunning finisher, light finisher, and you throw your opponent into the wall, depending on how far you are, if you're a little further, you get a guaranteed heavy. If you're kind of close, you get a guaranteed dash light. So usually I would play it safe and do the dash light off of the wall splat. Of course, you can continue with the chain.
Wow, it's too slow.
Ooh. Okay, the one good application for all guard is
Darn it.
you guys know that
I see you do some.
Hmm?
I do see you use it a couple times. Like someone hits you and then you cancel it and then you get a guard break.
yes,
I've been
if
meaning
you
to ask you
if
about
somebody hits you in your all guard, you do get a guard break, and they can't counter you. You have to time it right, but of course your all guard does have initial dodge property to it. I like to use it against wardens, or like gladiators, their zone, or dash attacks, or shamans lunge attack. If you get hit while in your all guard, you can release it and get a guard break. Okay, hold on. Of course, you gotta be careful because of people can guard break you out of it. Hit me, Blitz. Okay.
Oh, I should have tried doing a bunch again.
Of course, it's really good against like Orochi's backdash heavy. It's really good because they like to just think that they're invincible when they do that. I'm just like, no, I'll go. If you go into that, I'm gonna go into my all guard.
I throw heavy.
Actually, the shield crush out of it does have decent range, but most of the time it's not worth it to use for all guard. You have much better offensive ways to play defensively than using her all guard, because her all guard, it's easy to just miss the timing of it. It's kind of iffy.
I got it.
Oh, you did it. Congrats.
You finally got the max finish?
Yes. I can't move my guard at all. I just gotta go with the line.
Gotta stamina real quick.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's see. Ooh.
I'm pretty sure. Watch, try dodging the sweep right there at the end. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? Before Banana, where are you?
Hey, throw heavy.
Oh.
No.
They can dodge that sweep. You can land 2 heavies, but they can dodge the sweep.
I see.
Yeah.
Let
Alright.
you cook me. I can't dodge it. Ah, you're already on the floor. I was not expecting that. Oh, okay. It's on
So
the
how would you
ground.
counter Valkyrie?
Play defensively. Parry her
How would you
lights.
counter? How would you counter a defensive Valkyrie? Boom, got it.
Yeah, it's very hard actually. It can be very hard to open up a Valk. But usually hyper armor works because she has such low
Okay,
health.
what
She
if
can't
you're-
really trade.
Got any?
Watch out for those sweeps because those are
Like,
easy to
you.
punish.
Oh.
Oh, banana!
Oh no.
Heart sweep me into non-existence.
All right. How do you fight a conqueror Valkyrie? One that just spams the shield bash and 400 MS.
Light them through it. You can light most people, most other characters out of their attacks.
Oh god, my wife is completely acting
It-
shit. You.
With Valkyrie,
I
particularly,
can now
you
make
have
out
to
a single
be
thing that's even going on.
pretty good at predicting what your opponent is gonna do. You do have pretty much everything at your disposal, except, I mean, her damage isn't the best, but, and especially since her sweep can be quite reactable, you have to be pretty good at mixing it up and predicting what your opponent is gonna do. I definitely do not play her because she's broken, because she's not. She's more like A tier. Back before her rework, I know she wasn't as fun to play as, but
Yeah.
I mean, that sweep mechanic is, I love it. And yeah, she can be fun to play as.
Yeah.
So for the mess punish, you had to have your guard on a side and just make sure you hit that heavy. Right?
Just make sure to throw out that heavy from the side that you were already aiming at. Banana! Rip. Light, sweep, punish, good. Okay. Okay. Another thing to know about Valkyrie is she can delay some of her attacks. She can delay her lights and she can delay her sweeps. So yeah, she can manipulate the timing of her lights. And the only sweep she can delay is the heavy sweep. Of course, if you land heavies, it doesn't interrupt the chain if they're blocked. So you can delay that sweep. It's especially useful for if your opponent likes to dodge a lot. You might actually be able to catch them. Try delaying your sweep.
Okay.
So that was fast.
Was that a delay?
No, it was not. Now try doing it a second slower. Try to see how far you can do it.
Nope.
Watch stamina.
Yeah.
Don't you have to stream this for like an hour?
I don't think there's a time limit.
No, like you can go as long as you want, but like last
Yeah.
time I remember watching.
Yeah,
Bro
it's about an
be one
hour.
Until, like, yeah. It has to be an hour, I believe. I don't know. I'm not sure.
That was as far as I could.
That was delayed. That was good.
Oh.
You can catch some people, especially if they dodge early.
Let's see. No. You got it. I mean, you just dodged it well, right?
Well, that was the regular speed one. Before you were able to actually change the direction of her sweeps, which I miss. But
Yeah, wasn't it like it came from the opposite side? If it was
Yeah.
left or right?
yeah, I missed that. That was
It's
a good
useful
mechanic.
for avoiding walls.
Yeah, but I think now you don't have to worry about walls. I think they fixed it so that you don't have to worry about walls. The only
We'll see.
time it would be useful for sure is depending on where your opponent dodges, which direction. So you can catch them if they dodge the wrong direction. That's what I used to use it for anyway.
Oh my god, stop hitting this damn wall. Oh, you don't need to worry about walls.
No.
I miss Valkyrie's old forward throw. That was good.
Oh yeah, the headbutt that would drain stamina.
Yeah, the neutral one and then the really long one. That was great for Legend.
Yeah. And before you used to be guaranteed a sweep off of
Sweep, yeah.
headbutt, which I don't know
feel like
why
they
they
should've
changed
kept
that. Yeah, they should have.
Because if they were gonna nerf our heavies to 24, they should have kept the confirmed sweep.
Her heavies used to be 20. What are you talking about? They didn't nerf them.
No,
They
no,
gave her a buff.
No, they were 25. I remember fucking watching an old video about them. I'm like, wow.
25?
Yeah, they used to be 25, the same as Sense, and now they're 24.
But they did change the damage values overall, though. The only thing I
Yeah,
would
but,
like is
like-
if they actually increased the speed of the heavies a little bit.
I mean, like, I understand they increased the damage values, but you know, name how many times your second or third heavy lands.
If you whiff the first two.
Right.
You don't
Fair
have to
point.
land all of her attacks in order to continue the chain. Before, I used to do a lot of my mix-ups out of the top heavy.
Before, I used to do a lot of my mix-ups based off her fucking side dashes, until they made her side
no.
ones actually like
They
have
put
an
a delay
extended
on them.
dodge.
Yeah, which I don't like. I used to like her
It's like
lights.
before, it used to be like Nabushi's dodge attacks, where they wouldn't dodge unless you timed them right. But now they're like, yeah.
Mhm.
My next question as to, which isn't related to Valkyrie, has Heart done any Nabushi training?
Yeah, I think she did one
Technically,
time.
I had to do one because Ultra Assassin was supposed to host one that day, and I was the next highest rep, so I did it that day. But it wasn't really
You
fun.
filled in.
Look at that.
Yeah.
The goal is for me to join and be the first Nuxia training. That's the ultimate goal, because no one and their fucking mother
No,
plays
no
Nuxia.
one plays
I know
Nusha, which is
somebody who's
good.
rep
I
like
mean,
20 something by now.
no one plays Valkyrie either.
I know
Fair
somebody
point.
who mains Lucian, so
What rep is he and or she?
I can ask him, but he's like 20 something, maybe 30. I don't know.
All right, now I have to like grind. Great. Oh, let's say the Valkyrie misses a shield bash. Where do you usually want to block?
Huh?
It's like,
Facing against her?
yeah.
It depends on
'Cause I always-
which
I always
one, which
block
character.
because usually it's light spamming. Or,
Yeah,
like, good
because
ones,
of
they
speed,
either throw a
right?
heavy or they do a side. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, lights is a good one, but some people actually have patterns you gotta watch out for.
Which is bully
yeah.
laughing.
Oh, you gonna
Pretty
ganking my
much.
brother? Oh my god! Oh no! Okay, I guess on to my next topic, anti-gank. Zones can be good at like creating distance. You definitely want to be switching your targets because you can continue your chain onto another person and they'll be unsuspecting to that sweep that you're gonna throw. So that can
Dude, how many
also
times
put
am I
down
gonna be knocked
somebody down.
Alright, so we're gonna give you now 2-on-1.
Sure. Definitely, I
my God,
definitely
my Wi-Fi.
utilize way more dash attacks in a gank than on 1v1 because you're less likely to get parried. And it can actually be helpful in like dodging attacks and getting deflects.
Silly rabbit. Dicks are for chicks.
You also gotta be in ganking situations. You also have to be aware of where your teammates are. You're less likely to get guaranteed that sweep on someone who has revenge, and it can really hurt your teammates to sweep an enemy who's in revenge, especially if they don't fall.
Fucking love this.
Definitely, Valk's sweep can be really useful in ganks. For example, Wolf, sweep me. My sister's gonna throw a heavy after your punish. That way, you both get guaranteed heavies off of sweep. It can be really good to deal damage, especially if you have like a raider on your team or something. It can be useful. And if they're stun locked, they're less likely to dodge your sweep.
By the way, guys, did you see the name of the bot?
Is it Ice Ice Baldy again? Oh, the worst is when you have and another Valkyrie juggle an opponent. Like one of you is like working on halfway through your chain, the other is in the beginning of it. One of you sweeps and then the other one sweeps right after the other one punishes. Oh my god, it can be deadly.
Ugh. I haven't seen
But
that.
it can also be a mess.
Oh,
huh?
I've done that like twice to people already, at least. It's really fun. And with Valkyries, you're definitely stronger in a group than by yourself.
God, it's just a huge mess. So many like Icelandic words are being spoken.
Oh, two people just got swept in sync. You can use allies or other enemies to wall splat or to stagger your enemy as well, which can guarantee you that sweep.
Oh god, I missed the old one. I missed fucking being able to chain it into a top light midway. Ah. Did it light? What?
Oh, just another thing I noticed. Out of stamina from a guard break, some characters may get a light. Valkyrie is one of them. When she's out of stamina and she gets a guard break, she's guaranteed a light.
What was that wall splat? Was it a heavy out of stamina? Or
I think that has to be based off range.
Her speed of her lights are actually pretty good too.
A heavy off wall splat from out of stamina, or
Heavy. She can get it. She can get a heavy off of a wall splat from that special light.
No, but while out of stamina.
Ooh, well, out of stamina? No, I don't think so.
I've seen a few do it, but like the range has to be perfect.
Yeah. That's another thing I don't really like about Valkyries is she can be very particular about certain things she does. They need to give her another buff.
Honestly. Revert half of the changes and give
her back her all guard. Shit.
I see, in my opinion, old Valkyrie is fine. All they had to do was just speed up her sweep and give her some new chains and increase her damage, and she would be fine.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
But like my problem with the buff they gave her is they sped up the speed of everything, but they never touched her sweep. They never touched the speed of the sweep, and then they're all
no,
oh,
they
it's a
did
bug.
speed up. They sped up the sweep.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They decreased the they increased the speed of the sweep. Especially the recovery time. They reduced it.
Then how come I still can get guard broken from a stamina?
Because
person?
it wasn't enough of a speed buff or whatever.
Like the only quality of life thing about it is that like you no longer get guard breaking after doing your heavy, and you can no longer get light attacks from continuing your chain.
Mhm. I do like how you can continue your you can continue. That's what I like. You can continue your chain from even if your opponent blocks it, but more than likely they're gonna parry you. So I don't like that. That's for sure. If you miss that special light, you can get guard broken, which is dumb in my opinion.
I remember when you can get a guard break from it if they just blocked it. That was great. I guard break him somehow.
Did you delay that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
noticed.
how I usually just used to play Valkyrie. I used to be able to like, you know how the shield crush never confirmed lights?
Mhm.
Like, I was
But
always able to make it
you
land.
can do a
I
sweep
was always
after
able
the
to make
shield
it
crush
like,
though. You were able to do that before, but not anymore. And you were able to throw a shield crush after what's it called? When are you able? You were able to throw one after a heavy, but now you have
yeah,
to soft feint into it.
yeah, it's annoying.
I noticed how you feint a lot of your heavies into other heavies.
Oh, I got that
Uh,
from Nuxia, because like, the way I land the trap a lot is doing a heavy and then fainting it into a trap. Oh, stop.
you
No.
got you.
Did you see the message?
See, I'm not gonna have enough stamina to do the max punish, so I did 2 heavies instead.
This. Did you see the message by Legacy? It says, Queen, please send a screenshot of who is at your training and send it to me, please.
Of what?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Let me see.
On your face, because you have all red.
That's one thing I hate. Like, I like it, but then, like, I hate the moments when the blood gets all over your character's face. That's one thing that, like, I disliked about having Peacekeeper and Nabushi without a mask, because then it just looks weird when their face is covered in blood. They look like a shaman.
I wear red, so my enemy cannot see me bleed.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to know if, like, you know, it's enemy's blood, your blood?
It doesn't matter. Blood is blood.
Blood is just different.
Let's see, what else have I
remember,
not covered?
Musa.
I'm sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to go.
Okay.
Not a problem.
I think it's pretty much done. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you though. Laters.
Later.
Goodbye.
Whew.
Anytime
throw
I see these trainings, I always question how many of these people will actually remember this information.
Well, if they forget. If they forget, I mean, that's why we also live stream it. Yeah. So, ooh, I didn't post the link on the chat. Gotta do that.
Right, fine. Bye-bye, Chino.
So, we're pretty much done here?
Yep.
I assume that's it.
Yeah, it's already an hour.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks for
it's
attending,
Valkyrie,
everybody.
There's not much you have to go.
It's definitely
over.
fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bye-bye,
Most of it is
stream.
just like figuring out the timings of all other characters and figuring out how to best react to them. Yeah. But yeah. That was good.
Cool. This is fun.
I forgot there's no damage. Yeah, I can't die. There we go.
I didn't want all of you guys killing each other.
Could have easily, no, watch. Just find a ledge. It'll be fine.
Are you gonna go jump off a ledge?
I tried that earlier, but I have to be pushed off.
Victory! Alright. Oh, that'll be the end of the stream then.
Round 2.
Ah, bots!
Hey, is the stream done?
Yes, I will be
Oh,
ending it now.
okay.
Yes. Oh, you want to say something?
What?
I haven't ended it yet.
Oh,
You want to say something?
okay. End it.
Just end it. Like,
End
my
it.
shit that's going
Okay.
on. Have fun.
All right.